Now at 6, reaction as a local school district prepares for a 4-day school week. Plus, how the state of Kansas looks to make hiring teachers easier. And we're going to hear from a local farmer on how the dry weather is impacting the wheat crop.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities arrest the suspect connected to the stabbing death of a woman in Webb City. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. U.S. Marshals arrested Nicholas Berry in Springfield, Missouri this afternoon. He was arrested without incident and is awaiting extradition to Jasper County. The stabbing happened on April 9th. When Webb City police arrived, they found 39-year-old Maria Whitaker of Joplin unresponsive. She was taken to the hospital where she later died. Court documents say Berry stabbed Whitaker over an argument about money. 4-day school week is coming to the 4 states. The Baxter Springs School District is changing its academic calendar starting this fall. KOAM Shagun Bamadelli has more about a new Tuesday to Friday schedule.
Starting in August, students of Baxter Springs School District will move to a 4-day school week. Superintendent Dave Pendergraft says the move is due to the lack of qualified staffs.
Over the years, the number of applicants that are applying has been diminishing across the board, and we've experienced some of our upper level courses where we're having a hard time getting qualified applicants.
Pendergraft says the support for the change is overwhelming.
And so hopefully this is something we can see a positive, and we can make, this can really help in recruiting some of those qualified staff for those positions and also help us retain some of our quality teachers.
The superintendent says parents will be able to drop their kids off at Lincoln Elementary School on Mondays in case they need to run an errand or go to work. He also says childcare will be provided and it will be completely free.
And open that up for any student that doesn't have a place to go. And so we'll hire individuals to work on that day and give them some opportunities, have some opportunities for play, but also some opportunities to learn as well.
Students and parents told me they love the transition to a 4-day school week.
I don't think that Saturday and Sunday is very much quality time for us to spend as a family, so I think it's more time with the family being home an extra day.
I think it'll be good for us just so we can have that extra day either to do homework or spend more time with our family.
I think it'll be good just for sporting events and people that need to work on Monday, and it'll help the kids so we don't have to leave school early on Mondays.
In Baxter Springs, Shagun Bamadelli, KOAM News.
The superintendent says school funding will not be affected because the district will still meet the state school hour requirements. The 4-day school week begins with the start of the school year. That's going to be on August 15th. Kansas is joining an effort that could one day make it easier to hire teachers from other states. A bill signed by Governor Laura Kelly makes the state the latest member of the Interstate Teacher Mobility Compact. The compact is a creation of the Council of State Governments. It was created for an easier pathway to teacher licensure for military personnel and their spouses as they move across country. It would effectively allow teaching licenses to be viable across members of the compact. 10 states are required to fully enact the compact, and Kansas is only the 4th. We need some rain, and we have some chances. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, we definitely do. We haven't had that much rain in the month of April, and this is supposed to be one of our wetter months, typically on average. But we do have some showers, which are popping up outside. A lot of this, the leading edge is not reaching the ground. The humidity at the surface here is very dry, so it's going to take a little bit of time as these showers push in as we go through the evening hours. So once it rains on top of us for a while, it'll saturate that entire column. And then we'll start to get some scattered showers in here, mainly after midnight tonight. Back toward Wichita to Oklahoma City, that is reaching the ground. So at least we'll get some showers in here later on this evening. Here's 10 p.m. Showers starting to pop up. Again, these are going to be very scattered. Not everybody's going to get the rain. And then hit and miss showers stick around throughout the night. And really over the next few days, we're going to look at that here in just a bit.
See you soon. The National Weather Service in Wichita says 3 towns in southeast Kansas are experiencing record-breaking dry spells. KOAM's Amber Jenkins spoke to field scientists and producers cooperative about the impact on crops.
Some farmers in southeast Kansas are still waiting for those April showers. After all, they're experiencing an ongoing drought.
We've had a lot of timely rains right now, but if we run out of that luck and it starts to become obviously a lot drier, and we don't get those timely rains, then it's going to be a big issue.
The Producers Cooperation Association in Girard is helping farmers get by, but they might have to start importing grain if the dry weather continues.
Whether that be from the Corn Belt that is north, northern Midwest, or some other place, we have to source that either via rail or by truck.
We have not had to do that as of yet. We've been very fortunate. Even last year's drought, we had enough just to kind of get us by, and we actually got along pretty well.
The current drought started last July.
It's just a situation based upon a previous situation where a drought builds until we get another drought, and there's absolutely nothing left in the profile. So, yeah, we just need another rain.
Scientists from Kansas State monitor farmland across southeast Kansas.
The concern is we did not produce the hay we used to produce every year, so we are getting low in our stocks. And at this time of the year, we're supposed to have at least our fescue fields getting back, right? And as you guys can see here, the corn is still struggling with it. As we can see as well, in our fescue fields will be the same.
Battling dry spells isn't new to southeast Kansas. It's a part of the lifestyle.
Like I said, history will repeat itself. We will go through a drought and then we will bounce right back out of it. And it's not a first and it won't be the last.
Reporting in Girard, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
K-State scientists recommend farmers start planting summer crops because of the dry weather. New details tonight as authorities in Woodson County, Kansas clean up a train derailment. Union Pacific says the derailment was caused by a semi-truck colliding with the train. Officials with Union Pacific say it happened around 10 a.m. The Kansas Highway Patrol crash report says a semi going east on 80th Road southeast of Yates Center failed to yield at the railroad tracks. 24 rail cars and 5 locomotives were derailed. Most of the cars were empty, but some were carrying cottonseed, plastic pellets, and fertilizer. No Union Pacific employees on the train were injured. The semi-driver was taken to a Wichita hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Coming up, how some area students are showing appreciation for health care. Plus, reaction from a new change coming to Missouri concerning gender-affirming care. Some local students showed their appreciation for healthcare heroes with some art. 24 Stapleton Elementary School students in Joplin used sidewalk chalk to show thanks and appreciation outside of Freeman Hospital West. The students are members of the school's art club and SOAR team. A lot of messages included the words love and thank you, and there were plenty of red hearts. The teacher says the art shows the honor and respect the students have for Freeman's doctors, physicians, and nurses. Children and adults being treated for gender dysphoria in Missouri will be affected by a new rule that's set to go into effect this week. The emergency rule would restrict certain types of gender-affirming care unless a list of requirements is met. Reporter Abby Landwer has a reaction.
I mean, all of us are scared. That's one of the main things I can tell you. Everybody's scared, everyone's angry, and a lot of us are talking about leaving.
The pair are both on gender-affirming hormone therapy, HRT, but getting access to that sort of healthcare will become very difficult over the next few months.
Our doctors are fearful and they're compliant. They're changing their policies. They're turning us away. Not being on testosterone is just not an option for me.
Just last week, Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey shared the rule's official language. The rule applies to both children and adults seeking, quote, experimental interventions to treat gender dysphoria, end quote. In late March, Bailey tweeted a message to Missouri. He said, as Attorney General, I will protect children and enforce the laws as written, which includes upholding state law on experimental gender transition interventions. His office says they're also continuing their investigations into pediatric transgender health care in the state. Back in March, we spoke with Missouri Senator Josh Hawley about those investigations.
We need to get the facts. Every child who is harmed by that clinic needs to get justice. And we'll keep after it until we get all the facts.
Nancy Wright has been working with a therapist and endocrinologist toward getting her 16-year-old on testosterone. But the emergency rule could push back the process further. Over the next few months, she says she worries for the 16-year-old's heart and their mind.
And it's really terrifying, and I don't want any other parent to have to feel that. Because we love and we grow and we help to nurture and create these beautiful creatures.
The restrictions are set to go into effect on Thursday and could last through February of next year. A little bit later, a Missouri Southern Lion claims his spot at the top of the university's record books after a big weekend.
Plus, rain chances increasing for us throughout the evening hours. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be a decent Monday for us today. A lot of clouds kind of filtering in over the past couple hours, but temperature is not bad. Most of us mid to upper 60s after a chilly but a nice weekend. Nice shot of our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Indigo's just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, temperatures right now, they're still pretty good. 63 in Lamar, 67 in Anderson, Bonita, Chanuta's at 65, but you can see those clouds thickening up. Here's 7th and Rangeline, 64, south winds 5 to 10. Humidity is very low. So it's going to take a while before we start to get these showers into the region. We could get some light little sprinkles throughout the evening hours, and then after midnight tonight, we'll get scattered showers across the region. All right, let's look at our radar. You can see the rain picking up, especially in southeastern Kansas, northeastern parts of Oklahoma, but this whole leading edge is not reaching the ground. Remember, the relative humidity is 22%, so it's going to take a little bit of time before this rain actually makes it to the ground. It's just evaporating at this point in time. It is reaching the ground once you get back toward Wichita and down toward Oklahoma City. So we will get scattered, hit and miss, light showers later on tonight. Not everybody's going to get the rain, and the rain we do see is going to be very light, but you can see our chances go up a little bit late tonight and then down in the morning and then climb again tomorrow evening and kind of stick around tomorrow night into at least the first half of the day on Wednesday. All right, so here's 11:30. Light showers starting to reach the ground at this point in time, and then just periods of light scattered showers through the night, and then kind of start to work out of here during the morning hours. So here's 7 a.m., mostly cloudy skies through the morning hours. Again, a random sprinkle or two. And then once we get into late in the day, another bigger band of light showers will start to spread into the region. Temperatures also a little bit cooler for us tomorrow. 47 in the morning, 58 by noon. High temps right around 60. Southerly winds at about 10 to 15. Scattered light showers tomorrow evening into the overnight hours. Most of this along and south of I-44 as we go through tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday, a bigger batch moves in. This will be a little bit more widespread by the time we get into late Wednesday evening. So we have at least chances for hit and miss showers each and every day throughout the work week for us this week. So rainfall amounts, the heaviest is going to be in our southern counties, but we have another wave on Friday. So if we go all the way through Saturday morning, I mean, we'll take this. A lot of areas getting 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch of rain, something that would be well received around the region. All right, 60 for us tomorrow, 59 on Wednesday, 62 on Thursday, morning showers, and then rain back in late Friday into Saturday morning. Kind of chilly this week too. Most of our days near 60 or sitting into lower 60s.
Bring on the rain. Boy, we desperately need it.
We do, especially our western counties. They're in the extreme drought.
Wow. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Columbus High School baseball aims to push their winning streak to 12 games tonight in a doubleheader against Colgan, and a record-setting weekend for Missouri Southern senior Matt Miller. Jacob Leonard has that and more up next.
Well, the Columbus Titans have been one of the best baseball teams in the state in the first month of the season. The Titans have won 10 straight games to get to 10-1 this season, including a 4-0 start in CNC League play. Now, this afternoon, Columbus on the road for a conference doubleheader against the Colgan Panthers. In Game 1, top of the first, 2 on for Colt Ungehauer. It's it high and deep to left. Clears the wall for the Georgia Street special. 3-run homer. Titans up 3-0 after 1. Into the second now, Cade Saporito up for Columbus. Hard liner to right. Big hop over the outfielder's head. Jaspin Tanner comes all the way around from first to score. Triple for Saporito, 4 more for the Titans in the second. On the third, Caden Cox through the left side. Saporito trots in on that. Columbus scores the first 8 runs of the game. Then Colgan gets something going in the bottom of the third. Karsten Simmons with a man on third slices one off into the right field corner. Runner scores on the RBI double for Simmons. Panthers have their first run. Next batter, Carter Jacquinot, hard shot into the gap and left. Brings in another run for Colgan. The Panthers get 2 back in the third. This one actually still going with Columbus leading 11-2 in the top of the 7th. Missouri Southern's Matt Miller had a historic week for the Lions last week. In 4 games against Washburn and Northeastern State, he went 7 for 14 with a double, 3 home runs, and 9 RBIs. With his big weekend, the Aurora, Missouri kid is now at the top of the Missouri Southern record books in multiple categories. Miller now has 20 home runs this season, which leads the MIAA. It is also the most in a single season in Missouri Southern program history. He also passed the team's career RBI record last weekend. He's at 194 and counting, and earlier this season, he became the program's all-time home run king, just adding to his record, sitting at 55 career homers. Miller and the Lions will wrap up the regular season this weekend with a 3-game road series against Missouri Western. The St. Louis Cardinals are 9-13 to begin the baseball season. The Cards have had a hard time getting any momentum. They've lost back-to-back series, losing 4 of their last 6 games. Now tonight, St. Louis tries to get something going, opening up a 4-game series on the road against the Giants. The Cards send Jordan Montgomery to the mound this evening, aiming to avoid his 3rd straight loss. That one obviously out west, so it's a late start with first pitch coming up at 8:45. And the Kansas City Royals also out west, opening a 3-game series against Arizona. The Royals have struggled big time to start the season. They've won just 5 of their first 22 games. That game will begin at 8:40. And the Royals need to take some lessons from Columbus High School baseball as far as the offense goes, because they've had a hard time scoring runs. But both the St. Louis Cardinals and Kansas City Royals both need wins this evening for sure.
Yes, they do. Kansas City not only not scoring runs, they're giving up a lot of runs.
It's hard to win games when you do both of those things.
That's true. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. A citizens group in Pittsburgh meets to discuss their vision for the future of the city. Plus, Kansas Governor Laura Kelly signs a bill creating a foster care bill of rights and how an edible battery could be used to power ingestible medical devices. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We could sure use some rain, Doug. We're going to get some.
If you look at the radar, the rain is popping up. It's just not reaching the ground at this point in time. So it's going to take a little while to saturate the atmosphere. We're going to get scattered light showers. So the key words there, scattered and light throughout tonight, tomorrow night. A little bit more widespread on Wednesday.
We don't want that rain just popping up. We want it falling all the way down.
Oh, we do.
Final sports note.
Got a final score update from the Columbus-Colgan game. Columbus wins game 1 11-2 to push their winning streak to 11 games. They'll try to make it 12 straight. And the second game of the doubleheader, we'll have the latest from that right here tonight at 10.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.